Chris and Dan show. This one's only 4 minutes, the video that we're reacting to. It was given to me by a doctor I work with, right? I think it's important to put that in here. Like, as a doctor, I'm trying to have him come on. We were talking a little bit about this kind of stuff yesterday. Ultimately, the conversation led to the electromagnetic energy of the Earth and how it flips every 12,000 years, and how we're due for one between 2030s and 2040s.
So, so according, I just Googled it, poles flipping. It's happened 183 times in the Earth's history. It tends to happen every 83 million years, according to Google.
83 million. Okay, well, he told me 12,000. Every 12,000. And the Mayans had it tracked. And everyone was expecting 2012 for it to happen. And he said that's when the age starts. The Mayans said the age of the next flippening starts on that date. So we're due. Basically what he said, we're due. And he got into the difference between pollution versus climate change and how they're completely different, but they're being used synonymously. And I just wanted him on, but he's not on today. He'll be on another day. And let's get into this video he sent. I haven't seen it yet. Sign me up. Do they have a CRC Academy equivalent? Sign me up.
Yeah, right.
Can you imagine their version of Monica teaching this?
Oh my goodness.
It is rock science.
Yeah.
Shout out to Monica. I know she watches.
Hey, hang on.
Yeah?
So I'm going to go off on a tangent. Sorry for everybody who is watching.
Yeah, people are like freaking out about the Earth poles flipping, and are you just pausing it to talk random shit?
So rock science, did you bring this up to Monica?
No, I haven't talked to her since then.
Okay.
Like one-on-one. Other than texts.
All right. Sorry for the tangent, everybody.
Magnetic pole reversal. And that looks like a sperm, but magnetic pole reversal. There's the sperm. Milky Way. Hold on, this is some crazy shit. I think he just wanted us to see this channel, not necessarily the trailer, but look at this. What the hell do you make out of this? Milky Way, Virgo, The Great Attraction? Dude,
I don't
can
even
you...
know what you're looking at. All I see is Milky Way.
Yeah, right here, The Great Attractor.
Yeah, I can't see that.
Centaurus. this is. I'm gonna definitely. I subscribed to this channel already, but just the fact that people are studying this is impressive. Like, what the hell? Here it says the great attractor. So something's like, there's something in the middle. So this is probably that black hole in the center of the universe somewhere that's attracting and like making the Milky Way galaxy itself rotate around something, as well as a whole bunch of other shit. Look at that. We know very little, Chris. We know dick.
Well, I don't know anything about
Look at that. Where is Earth? Where is Earth in all of our dumb internal conflicts?
Yeah, right.
Roe versus Wade in this whole scheme of things. Where is that? Where does that fit? Look at this shit. I've never been more terrified of a video that I don't understand in my life.
So you don't need to be terrified of anything. If the poles flip, everybody dies.
He says no.
That's incorrect. I think if you lose 90% of your magnetic field, that means that everybody would fry that remained after it flipped. Because
I think the only ones who would remain surviving is if you were on Boomerang and Knott's Berry Farm during the flip, and you at the same time do the loop.
Yeah,
I think somehow you survive.
That's not what would kill you. It's the fact that you would not be protected from 90% of the solar rays. Everybody would fry.
Or what if you're on Supreme Scream right when the flipping happens, and instead of dropping down, you fly up?
Yeah, you just keep going.
Wow. Can you imagine that?
Yeah, it'd be a fun ride.
Look at this shit. Obviously, these guys are studying something. But, look, this is what we're going to react to later. Climate forcing, our future is cold. Plasma cosmology. The Earth disaster. Here's a documentary, an hour and a half. The cycle is over. Every climate study fails. This is the one you watched. Huge galactic. All right, let's watch this one real quick. It's only 2 minutes. That trailer sucked me in like a black hole.
Good morning, folks. We have 3 items to accomplish today. We're going to look at space weather. We'll go over last night's special video, and then we're going to top it here this morning. The last 24 hours on our star brought a several-hour end to the higher-level flaring. The flares have been impulsive.
This is like the daily weather, but for the sun.
So honestly, the plethora of plasma filaments represents a greater watch right now. Any of these thin, snake-like ropes you see here can erupt pretty much without warning. So folks, if it seemed like I had fun making last night's video, yes I did. How could I not? Rather than go over the positive findings of correlation between sun and weather, this time we focused on what I've noticed is a universal and ubiquitous point for failure in every climate paper, especially the ones that blame humans. Definitely catch that video if you missed it last night, but as much fun as that one was, this is better. Folks, the huge story of the day in the science world was the magnetic reversal around the active galactic nucleus of a galaxy. In just a few short years, the magnetic reversal of the galaxy began, surged, there was central flaring, and it resumed stability with its poles reversed. Now, if any of you are sitting here saying to yourself, wait, this just came out yesterday? Why does this look so...
So, not only does the Earth have poles, galaxies have poles.
Yeah.
It's new to me.
No, Chris, like, this stuff is insane. This is why I always say, like, we don't know shit. I'm kind of being hyperbolic, but I'm also being serious, because if you look at the way electrons circle a nucleus in a cell, okay, in an atom, and then you look at cells as well, right? And then you look at the moon around the sun, around the Earth, and then the Earth around the sun, and then you look at the solar system around the center of the Milky Way, and then you look at the center of the Milky Way around
So
the center of some giant thing in the middle.
Everything you're describing, and potentially even cells that I don't know, but everything else you're describing is all to do with gravitational pulls.
Yeah.
That's all it has to do with, right?
That we know, yes. But there's quantum physics too that we don't understand yet.
Right.
There's string theory and stuff like that. It's just the way we explain it is in terms that we know, like the science. We know the theory of gravity and magnetic poles as well. But yeah, we don't think about that, that far out.
Failure. Well, several weeks ago, we found the preprint and were able to peer review and share it long before it hit the mainstream. How early did we share it with you? Well, you can find the exact image in our new book on page 85. Folks, it's not just that the science keep coming down aces for the observers, but this is how far ahead an observer is by comparison.
I got pocket aces.
Huge news story of the week in science.
Good hand.
It's already in the book, arriving to you guys this week. By the way, we did reopen sales of the supplement at otf.cells.com.
Well, I'm buying this
We are
shit.
still getting out the pre-orders, so anything ordered this week, you need to have about a week of patience. We greatly appreciate your support. You should feel good about being ahead of the curve every day. We've got wind maps and shots of our star to close. Subscribe, and we'll do this all again tomorrow.
This
here, but right now it's 5:15 a.m. in the new Valley of the Sun. Eyes open, no fear. Be safe, everyone.
Yeah, I love this dude. What the hell? He's so professional, Eyes open. Be safe, everyone. We should end our videos that way.
Yeah, right. So click on the Wikipedia link.
Oh, you sent me one. Thank you. Should I share it with the audience or is it just for me and you?
No, share with the audience.
Damn it, audience. Chris is pulling you in like a black hole. Geomagnetic reversal.
So here's what Wikipedia has to say. It's entirely different than what I had read on Google in terms of magnetic poles flipping.
On average, once every 450,000 years.
Yeah.
Other sources estimate that the time it takes to reversal is on average around 7,000 years for the most recent reversals. Here's 12,000. This is where that doctor was getting this number. Although variable, the duration of a full reversal is typically between 2,000 and 12,000 years. So it's a slow reversal then. It takes 12,000 years to complete the reversal.
On average, from start to finish, 7,000 years.
Okay.
What that's
saying. That makes sense.
And it's 183 times. Somewhere in there it says it's 183 times in the last 83 million years.
Yeah, there have been 183 reversals over the last 83 million years. It takes on average 7,000 years for the 4 most recent reversals
to occur.
So it doesn't happen like overnight like that. Like
no, it's
you're on a ride and then you get shut up into space.
Exactly.
That would make a great movie though. Changing frequency over time. Supercrons. Next time we'll get into a supercron video and we'll see what's... Maybe we'll look at some statistical properties of reversals and lose everyone. And here's what happens between reversals and during a reversal. This right here would be the only thing to explain the chaos that's happening in the world right now. We don't have proper poles. Hypothesized triggers.
See, well, that's again, I don't necessarily agree with that because if you look over the last 200 years, the history of the last 200 years, things are not occurring at any more higher rates than they were 100 years ago, 150 years ago. Hurricanes, tornadoes, they're all still within the realm of normal.
Right.
So weather-wise, nothing's really changed. Comparing over the last 200 years of history.
No, I'm talking like mental and internal conflicts and people's attitudes.
It's just people are crazy.
We don't understand why, but something's happening.
Yeah.
Mercury retrograde.
People just go crazy. It's happened many times throughout history.
I think it's Mercury retrograde.
I think that's ridiculous.
Next time we gotta look into a Mercury retrograde video.
So for those who don't know what that is, because I didn't until
They
recently.
can Google it. They can Google it.
Until recently, it's how does it work again?
When Mercury, the gravity from Mercury lines up somehow with the moon and the sun. It has it does something to the electromagnetic poles of the Earth, and supposedly communication systems have issues, and people get
Causes
moody.
problems.
And yeah. How are you so sure that it's no? You work at NASA or something?
People go nuts all the time.
Yes, that's like a very simplified explanation for it. But what if you look under the hood and say, well, actually, sir, Mercury retrograde does have a bearing on the poles. How do you know?
Show proof.
Yeah, well, that's science.
Yeah, show me proof.
Like they said during the vaccine days. Remember the old vaccine days? Trust the science.
Yeah, right.
Huh.
Trust anything.
Well, science is not meant to be trusted. Science is meant to be verified.
Yeah, science is just a way of demonstrating how something works. Science is nothing. It's always changing. As things change, so does science.
Mm-hmm.
So people saying trust the science is a ridiculous statement, at least in my opinion.
I trust the science to keep me busy.
Yeah, there you go. Good way to look at it.
That's all that matters. Keep your eyes open, everyone. Stay safe. Until next Mercury retrograde. Chris's video will be less fuzzy. Bye-bye.
Is it fuzzy now?
No.